receiver, but like the part that people don't give enough credit to. In order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line.
Okay, break. Let's go. No.
The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 9. Out of the gun. It's Milroe. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
On third down, Milroe. That's to Gray, open on the left side. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down.
Warriors 70.
They'll indeed go for it with Milroe. That is incomplete. They elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but win.
He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And he will score. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. Now, Gano for the extra point. He gets it to go. The Giants will move out to a 14-7 lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35.
On the set. Tag. Let's go.
They'll go play action with Milroe. Complete to the 4 Buckeyes, Jackson, Smith, and Jigba.
Back to 60. Back to 60.
That's good.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Ready.
Play action, it's Milroe. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurried, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He's got a man, that's Horton. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
37-yard line.
19 target.
Here's Milroe to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
70 Timberwolves.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Third down, they need 5.
Here we go. Shot.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. They'll try it now with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion. On play action, Milroe. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Milroe. Outright sniff and jig, but has it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's blocked down inside the 20-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Seahawks first down.
Let's go now. Liking 18. Ready.
Now it's Milroe. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal. Tackle made and about the 5-yard line.
50, 60.
To throw again is Milroe. Flush to his right. Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Milroe. Touchdown, Seattle. That's his second touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
As an offensive coordinator, who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They get 22 yards there. First down, Giants.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make his play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Dart. Downfield, that's Hyatt. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Hyatt, touchdown, New York. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. He's going to opt out to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. They go play action now with Milrow. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adeba. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Gun, here comes Dart. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. He throws and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Back at 60.
Here's Dart. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Just trying to to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw in the pass is incomplete.
If he's able to get the ball out of his hand on time, that's probably a completion, but there's a little hesitation for one reason or another, and by the time he lets it go, he has a defender bearing down on him and leads to an incompletion.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? Something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Nearly a good one. That hit at the 6, but continues in the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Tracy. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Dart. He has higher, complete. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw is Dart. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. 2nd and 7. Now Dart. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender bodying his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. They don't force third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Throwing again, Dart. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
They'll go, and here's Dart. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing an
5-yard line. 2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Now whistles, play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. The Giants sending out their punter.
For the Giants.
And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. Walker to start the drive, and he's going to be marked down up at the 12-yard line. Now Seattle is going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Cowboy 80.
Milrow. He'll air it out down the middle. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it's going to bring up third down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be fourth down. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it.
Let's go. A carry here for Tracy.
To get this ball carrier going, this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Dart. He's got his man. That's Slayton. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Third and short. Here's Dart. He'll swing this out wide to Tracy. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Pick up there of 13. That's good for a Giants first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Dart going to throw here on second down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Byron Murphy. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up third and long. Looking to throw. It's Dart. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. Whoa. And a big return. Finally tackled right near midfield.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 79 Broncos.
From the gun, it's Milrow. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he will score. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. Now the point after time from Myers.
Jason Myers for an extra point.
It's up and through. And the Seahawks will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. A big hole. And he's going to take this all the way back. 89 yards. Touchdown, Giants. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back from the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 1st and 10, it's Milrow. he'll run it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now Milroe facing 3rd and long. That'll be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Giants.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And he's very close to a 1st down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Giants 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Dart going to hold on to it himself, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready? 19 Lions.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. It is brought in the end zone. Jalen Hyatt, touchdown Giants. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now Milroe on 1st down. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Dane Belton.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
The tackle
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
To the air on second down. Picked off by their rookie second rounder. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with first and goal.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you can bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out.
Rolling right, off, and he will score! Game on! Jalen Milroe, touchdown Seattle. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Tracy now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. This one taken in by Hyatt. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 31 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
2nd and 10. Now a shotgun. It's Dart. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 13 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Giants first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Dart gonna throw it again. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. To the air again goes Dart. Across the left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
At the 18-yard line.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18. 19. Tiger. 19. Check 60. Check. Cut.
Out of a gun, here comes Dart. Oh, they cut the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Seahawks.
You know, it always
amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter.
The kickoff for Seattle.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Tracy now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pick up bait out to the 33-yard line. Here's second and 2.
Second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
To throw is Dart. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain there of 11. First down, Giants.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Dart. This is intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. Incompletion.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
On third down, Milroe. Pass right side. That is hauled in by Horton. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. Well short of the first down mark.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
2 minutes to play in regulation. We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
What's the use of the physical with no sauce?
The pressure intensifies for fourth down and 3.
Hawk 70, Hawks.
They'll try and throw for it with Milroe. That's to the rookie from Miami, Elijah Arroyo. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on fourth down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest and will catch.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped.
Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
They'll drop to throw. On the move left. He keeps it himself.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Okay, the crowd at MetLife on their feet for third down. Out of the gun, it's Milroe. That ball intercepted. Picked off by Fabio Carriquet. And the Giants are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here's first down. Quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the first down and preserve that final timeout. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. And it's first and 10. Dart. Back to Neighbors. He's got it again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That is hot downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. 22 yards for pickup there. That's good for a Giants first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. They'll run here. And the Giants are going to have first and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5. And we are set for a great finish. Timeout, 2 seconds remaining in the game. Timeout Seahawks, that is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
A 22-yard attempt.
This kick is good. And they are moving on. They survive and advance in the playoffs. So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants get it done. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. They have to get right back to work for the divisional round.